आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सोल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Given question is, let S be the sets of all points in minus pi to pi at which the fx is equal to minimum of sin x cos x is not differentiable, then S is a subset of which of the following? In this question we have to given here fx is equal to minimum of sin x and cos x is not differentiable. First we have to make here the graph of sin x and cos x up to minus pi to pi here. First we have to draw here sin x graph. We know that sin x graph up to minus pi to pi here. First we have to get this value. Here we have to get pi value. Now we have to make this graph up to minus pi. Here we have to get this graph up to pi here. We have to get this value is minus pi here. Now we have to make here the cosx graph. Here we have this cosx graph. Now here we have to get the point of intersection also between sin x and cos x. This value is, we know that here pi by 4 here. Now here we have to make this graph up to here minus pi. Here we have to get this value. Now we know that here this is the also point of intersection of sin x and cos x. Here we have to get minus 3 by 4. Now here this is the y coordinate, this is x coordinate. Here we have to get this graph is the cos x here. Y is equal to cos x. Here this graph is y is equal to sin x here. Now we have to given here minimum of sin x and cos x of is equal to fx here. So we have to check here the value. We know the minimum value means the below graph. Here we have to get this value. Here we know that this value is the below graph here. Also here this is the under of this curve. We have to know that this is the minimum. Minimum means here the under lower graph. The lower graph we know that this is the lower graph. Under the another graph here, this is also lower graph here. Now we have to get here again, we have to make here a coordinates. Here we have to make coordinates. We have to make this mark graph. Here we have to get this mark graph is equal to, here we have to get this graph as like this. Here we have this is the point of intersection. Here we have to get minus 3 pi by 4. Also here this graph goes like this. Here we have to get this pass through the origin. Here we have to get this is the point of intersection here pi by 4. Here we have to get this value. We have to get this graph here. We have to get this value is pi by 4. Now we know that we have to get sharp point. Here this value is pi here. We know that the sharp point here, at the sharp point, here we have at sharp point fx is differentiable. We know that if we have to check differentiability of a function, so we have to check at the sharp point. So at minus 3 pi by 4 and pi by 4 fx is differentiable here. So also these are the intersection of sin x and cos x here. So we can written here fx is not differentiable. Here we have to get fx is not differentiable. We have to get the point at x is equal to, here we have to get the point is minus 3 pi by 4 and pi by 4. Now checking with these two by option, here we have to get, in this we have to get minus 3 pi by 4 but not pi by 4. So this is wrong here. Here we have to find subset of which of the following. So here we have to not get minus 3 pi by 4. Here we have to not get minus 3 pi by 4. Here we have to get minus 3 pi by 4 and pi by 4. So option 1 is the right answer. Here this is the subset of all points in pi to pi at which the fx is equal to minimum of sin x cos x is not differentiable. Thank you.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट IIT JEE मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।